want you to picture something. You're on YouTube, you're scrolling, your thumb is moving, and in about a quarter of a second, you decide whether to tap on a video or keep scrolling. You probably didn't even fully read the title. You just felt something about that thumbnail, or you didn't, and you kept moving. That's not a quirk of how you use YouTube. That's how almost every viewer uses YouTube. And it means your thumbnail isn't just a decorative image you attach to your video. It is the single most important factor in whether anyone clicks on your video at all. More important than your title. More important than your SEO. More important than the quality of the video itself. Because if nobody clicks, nobody watches. I'm Lindsey, this is Creator Mode. Built for beginners, in this episode, we're going to fix your thumbnails. Before we get into mistakes and fixes, I want to give you a framework for what a thumbnail is actually trying to do. Because most beginner thumbnail advice focuses on aesthetics, colors, fonts, layout, without ever explaining the job the thumbnail is hired to do. Every thumbnail has 3 jobs. I know, that might sound crazy, but your thumbnail absolutely has a few jobs to do in this order. Job 1, stop the scroll. The thumbnail must catch the eye before the viewer even registers they've seen it. This is about contrast, brightness, and the human brain's instinct to notice faces and bold shapes. Job 2, create curiosity or promise a clear benefit. Once the scroll has stopped, the thumbnail needs to make the viewer want to know more. Either they're curious, what is that? Or they're attracted by a clear payoff. I want that result. Job 3, match what's actually in the video. A thumbnail that overpromises and underdelivers destroys trust fast. Clickbait might get 1 view, it never gets a subscriber. If your thumbnail does all 3 of those jobs, you have a strong thumbnail regardless of how long you spent designing it. That's a win. Mistake number 1, too much text. This is the most common beginner thumbnail error, and it's completely understandable. You want people to know what the video is about. So you put the title on the thumbnail. All of it, in full, sometimes in 3 different font sizes with a drop shadow and a stroke outline and a glow effect. Here's the problem. Thumbnails are viewed tiny. On a phone, your thumbnail might be displayed at around 170 pixels wide. At that size, 3 lines of text become an unreadable blur. The viewer's brain processes an image before it reads words. If the image itself doesn't communicate, the text doesn't save it. The fix: 3 to 5 words maximum on any thumbnail, ideally fewer. Your text should amplify what the image is already communicating, not replace it. If your thumbnail text requires reading, it's too long. A great thumbnail communicates in a glance. Mistake number 2, no clear focal point. A cluttered thumbnail, where the eye doesn't know where to land first, gets scrolled past just as fast as a boring one, even if it's technically well designed. The viewer's brain needs somewhere to go immediately. If there's no clear visual anchor, the brain moves on. The fix is simple. Every thumbnail should have exactly 1 visual hero. 1 face, 1 object, 1 bold graphic element. Everything else in the frame exists to support that one thing, not compete with it. Ask yourself, if someone looked at my thumbnail for half a second and looked away, what would they remember? If the answer is nothing specific or I'm not sure, you don't have a focal point yet. Mistake number 3, blending in. YouTube's homepage and search results are a grid of thumbnails, and most of them look the same. Red and orange backgrounds, yellow text with a black outline, a surprised face with a pointing finger, exaggerated reactions. That aesthetic works for massive channels that have been training their audiences to click for years. For a new channel, copying it makes you invisible. The goal is not to look like YouTube. The goal is to look unmistakably like you. A consistent visual identity, a specific color palette, a consistent font, a recognizable style, means that over time, your audience starts recognizing your thumbnail before they read your name. That brand recognition is worth more than any single viral thumbnail, because it compounds with every video you make. The Creator Mode system uses deep purple, neon lime, and black, a combination that exists nowhere else in the creator education space. When you scroll past a Creator Mode thumbnail, you know it immediately. That's the goal. Pick colors that are yours. Stick with them. Now that we've cleared out the mistakes, here's the formula. We call it the elevated thumbnail formula, and it applies to any style, any niche, any beginner. Focal point, one clear visual hero. A face showing a genuine emotion, a bold graphic, or the specific object or result the video is about. Emotion or benefit. The thumbnail communicates either how something feels or what the viewer will gain. Curiosity, surprise, relief, excitement, clarity. One emotion, clearly visible. Brand identity, your consistent colors, your font, your layout style. The thing that makes your grid look like a grid and not a random collection of videos. 3 elements, every thumbnail, every time. You don't need to reinvent the wheel for each video. You need a template that houses these 3 elements, with the specific content swapped in per video. That's the elevated thumbnail formula. 3 free tools worth knowing. Canva, the free tier, has exactly what you need. Check out the YouTube thumbnail templates pre-sized at 1280 by 720. Easy drag and drop. No design experience needed. It's a great place to start. Adobe Express, the free tier, similar to Canva, slightly more polished output, also has thumbnail templates. Worth trying if Canva isn't right for you. Remove.bg free. Upload a photo of yourself and it removes the background automatically. Instant cutout, no Photoshop needed. Essential for face thumbnails. Pick one design tool, build one template. That's it. The best thumbnail tool is the one you actually use consistently. Okay, I want to take a quick pause right here. We're halfway through this series. You've made your first video, you're staying consistent, you understand why nobody was watching, and now you're fixing your thumbnails. That's serious progress. And if you want a complete visual brand system for your thumbnails and channel, colors, fonts, templates, the full framework, the Creator Mode ebook series is where that lives. And if you're the kind of person who likes to go deeper than a 10-minute video allows, we built something for exactly that. It's called the Creator Mode ebook series. Every title in the series goes chapter by chapter into the exact things we cover on this channel, written specifically for beginners, priced so there's no reason not to grab it, and built on the same promise this channel is built on: real, step-by-step help, removing your fear of starting, real, honest guidance that actually makes sense and provides you with the support and encouragement that beginners like you need the most. The Creator Mode ebook series, 0 subs, 0 shame, the real playbook, the full 7-chapter launch system, Film Friday, post all month, the batching and consistency system. Nobody watched my first 10 videos either. How to keep going when views are slow. Pick a lane. How to choose a niche you won't quit in 30 days. Link is below in the description. Go check it out after this video. Okay, let's keep going. Here is the single most important check before you upload any thumbnail. I call it the mobile test, and it takes about 10 seconds. When your thumbnail is ready in Canva, zoom it out until it's roughly the size it would appear in YouTube's mobile search results, about the size of a credit card on your screen. Then ask yourself 3 things. 1. Can I tell immediately where to look? Is there a clear focal point? 2. Is the text readable, or does it blur into a block? 3. Does this look like something I'd tap on? If all 3 answers are yes, upload it. If any one of them is no, that's the specific thing to fix. Not the whole thumbnail, just that element. Most beginner thumbnails fail the mobile test on the second question. Zoomed out, the text becomes unreadable. Fix. Fewer words, bigger font, higher contrast between text and background. I get asked this constantly. Do I have to be in my thumbnails? The honest answer is no. But the nuanced answer is faces do tend to perform well because the human brain is hardwired to notice other human faces. They also create a personal connection that builds an audience differently than graphic-only thumbnails. That said, plenty of successful channels use graphic, text, or object-based thumbnails without showing a face at all. Tutorial channels, gaming channels, finance channels, cooking channels. The results vary enormously by niche. My recommendation for beginners who are camera shy: start with graphic thumbnails if you need to. Don't let the face question become another reason not to start. But experiment with face thumbnails at some point and compare the data. Let your own audience tell you what they respond to. Here's the thing about thumbnails that saves you the most time in the long run. You should never be starting from a blank canvas. Build one thumbnail template in Canva or Adobe Express. Lock in your colors, your font, your layout. Create a placeholder for the focal point image, a placeholder for the text, a fixed position for your logo or brand mark. Save it as a template. Then for every video, open the template, swap the image, change the text, export. That's it. Your entire thumbnail process should take no more than 20 minutes once you have a working template. If it's taking longer, the template isn't set up correctly yet. Consistency in your thumbnail style also trains your audience. Over time, they start recognizing your content at a glance before they even read the title. That recognition is earned, and it's built one thumbnail at a time. Your thumbnail checklist before every upload. 1. Max 5 words of text. Ideally fewer. 2. One clear focal point. The eye knows immediately where to look. 3. Your brand identity is visible. Colors, font, style consistent with every other video. 4. Passes the mobile test. Readable and clickable at credit card size. 5. Matches what's actually in the video. No clickbait. No overpromising. If this video helped you today, 3 things before you go. And they cost you nothing, like this video. It tells YouTube this is worth showing to other beginners who need it. Every episode in this series builds on the last. You don't want to miss what's coming. Keep going. You've got this. The next episode is about the thing that works hand in hand with your thumbnail to decide whether anyone clicks. Your title. Because writing a YouTube title is not the same as writing a sentence. There's a specific formula to it, a specific psychology to it, and once you understand it, you'll never look at video titles the same way again. Don't miss the next episode. It's coming next Tuesday.